guys, welcome back to Life with Paulie. Sorry about yesterday's video. Somebody took over my channel and had a few words to say with another YouTuber. But I am back today. Today's not going to be the Section 8 video I was going to make. That will probably be my next video about why the 2-year time limit on Section 8 may not work. Because they implemented that law before and it did not work. And I was going to explain to you why it didn't work and why it might not be able to be done now. That is what they're trying to figure out right now, if they can limit people to 2 years on Section 8. But as of right now, guys, you don't have to worry about being limited to 2 years on Section 8 or losing it right now or being cut off. That being said, this video is about food stamps and SNAP. I talked about this in my other video, and of course we all know that the Chiefs signed 2 new bills, wants to eliminate SNAP and Medicaid from able-bodied working adults that are not working and just sitting at home. But there's a stipulation to that, and I got it for you today. Down below in the description you will see a news story. You can click on that news story and you can read the full story, but I'm going to give you a basis on that and let you know what they are talking about, the stipulations. Okay, so if you're on SSI, if you're on SSDI, or you're on retirement and you're getting food stamps, you will not be cut off of food stamps or Medicaid. This is only for able-bodied working adults that do not work, and Mr. Chief himself wants people working at least 20 hours a week or going to training for a job or some kind of vocational service or volunteering for 20 hours a week in order to receive their food stamps or Medicaid. Again, that's not for people on SSI, that's not for people in retirement, that's not for people on SSDI. You will still receive what you receive. Now, keep in mind, if you're on SSI and SSDI, we will be getting a raise the beginning of next year. Usually SSI, SSDI, they always give you a raise. When you get that raise, your food stamps may go down a little bit, because food stamps and Medicaid, they go by your income. So keep that in mind. It doesn't mean if your food stamps goes down a little bit, it doesn't mean that the law affected you. It means you got a raise in your SSI or SSDI, they adjusted your income, and you're getting a little bit less food stamps, so keep that in mind. But if your food stamps were to totally stop and you were to get none, or they were to go down a significant amount, then I would call your social services local caseworker and let them know what was going on so you could fix the issue. So they could fix the issue. Now, the able-bodied working adults, there's a stipulation to that. If you're a single mother and you have 3 kids at home and all of them are under the age of 14, they will not cut your food stamps. And that 20-hour-a-week work does not mean anything. That's the stipulation. I think it's a crazy stipulation, because if a mother is sitting at home and just popping out babies, popping out babies, popping out babies, and receiving all these services, I think it kind of defeats the purpose. You know, they say that if you have a child under the age of 14, then you don't have to meet those 20 hours of work requirements. Meaning they could still get their food stamps, they could still get their Medicaid with no issues. If you're a single mother at home and your child is 14 or above, that is when the 20-hour work comes into play. Then you must work 20 hours a week or 80 hours a month in order to still receive those food stamps. Of course, they're still going to be cutting families down on their food stamps. Some people, like I said, will lose them all, depending on your kids' ages, and some people's food stamps will just get cut down. And this takes effect today. So if you are on food stamps right now, let's say you get $300 and something a month on food stamps right now, don't plan on getting that next month, because you may not. They might cut it down. If you have all kids above the age of 14, you might totally get cut off and get nothing. So keep that in mind, guys. This is real now, and this is happening today. The news story that I got down below that you can click on in the comment section down below tells you everything. It took effect today, and it is affecting people already. 2 mom and pop grocery stores, you'll see it in the news story down below, they've already cut hours for their workers. Because this is not only going to affect the families with getting cut down or cut off of food stamps, it's also going to affect the grocery stores, because they're not going to be making that money no more. 2 grocery stores already cut their workers' hours down because they are already losing sales. And now they're going to lose more sales because people are going to be getting cut down off of food stamps, and some totally are going to get cut off. So you're going to see the businesses affected. This is what I was talking about. Some people might have to choose whether to pay their rent or to feed their children, and they might end up homeless. I told you it was coming, and it is here now. So don't say, well, I got until next year, I get $400, $500, $1,000, $2,000 in food stamps, I got until next year. Today, it went into effect. It depends on the city and state you live in. The city and the state has a right to cut you down now or cut you totally off right now before next year, because it went into effect today. What does that mean for cities and states? That means when they were paying SNAP benefits before, all the SNAP benefits was coming from the government. Now the city and states, like I live here in Albany, New York, now Albany, New York will be responsible, I think, from anywhere from 10 to 15 to 25% of those food stamps, which means they got to figure it out in their budget, and they have to pay that much in food stamps to the people that are on SNAP benefits. So they have a right to either cut you down or cut you off if you're not meeting those requirements. I told you it was coming, and today's the day. I was very surprised to see the news story, because I thought it was going to take effect the beginning of next year, and just some cities and states were going to enact it now. But it's here today, and they're going to start doing it. So if you are at home, you're not working, you have children above the age of 14, and your food stamps don't show up next month, you know why. I wouldn't wait for that. It could not show up next month. It could not show up in 2 months. I wouldn't wait for it, guys. I would figure out now, if you're on food stamps and receiving food stamps, if you're a single person, you're not working, I would figure out something now. Okay? In order to receive the food stamps, you either have to be disabled or you have to be working 20 hours a week. Those people that are not, they're going to start cutting off. And I don't mean you can just go to food stamps and say, I'm disabled. No, you have to have paper proof from SSI or SSDI. There's going to be no more waivers for people. That's what's happening here. It's taken effect on the people already, and like I said, 2 grocery stores already cut workers' hours because they said that they've already lost a percentage of their business, and now they're going to lose even more because of the food stamp cuts. And in the news story down below, go read it. Everything is there. They expect for 2.4 million people to be affected by the new law. That means 2.4 million people is either going to get cut down on food stamps, and a lot of them are going to get cut totally off. So don't wait, guys. Now, if you have babies that are under the age of 13 years old, I wouldn't worry about it too much. If something happens and you get cut off, or you don't receive food stamps 1 month and you got kids under the age of 14, then I would call your local social services department and figure out what's going on and let them know. Keep that in mind, guys. Don't wait until the last second. Everybody's been waiting until this new law popped up. Everybody's been living off the system and doing this and doing that. They even say in the article down below, go read it, they even say that people are going to be struggling even more now. People are going to have to shop cheaply. They're not going to be able to buy steaks and all this stuff on food stamps. They're going to have to shop no-name brand stuff. They're going to have to find deals and sales all over. It's going to get bad, guys. It's going to get bad before it gets good, if it ever does. Because right now the world is in shambles. Prices are going up for food. Prices are going up for gas. Prices are going up for rents. And we're about ready to see the world go crazy. I know a lot of people out there are mad. I know a lot of people are going to get upset. There's probably going to be a lot more robberies. There's probably going to be a lot more murders and people stealing. Guys, keep yourself safe. Lock up your houses. Make sure you stay safe and your family stays safe, because this world's about to get mad. That's all I'm going to say here for today. I wanted to bring that to you guys. Go read that news article, and I'll see you in my next video. Any questions, leave them down below. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you in my next video. Much love to all. Remember, stay safe.